It's leg day, brother. That's right. So I got 1, 2, 3, 4 blocks for you. Each of these blocks you're doing 4 times, and guess what? There's only one little piece of core work at the end. Yay! Pretty fucking easy, right? Raw. Alright, so 12 reps on each side. The first thing I'm going to show you, you've got leg press the regular, traditional style. I'm going to play with that a couple different ways today. And it's kind of hard for me to show you because I don't have a leg press machine. You're not seated in it in the regular fashion where the plate's here, your butt's here, your back's there, and it goes up and down. You're going to turn all that idea, that whole concept, into a one-legged, one-sided movement. So my hips have to go rotate down. You can put your bottom leg just through, doesn't matter where you put it. Some people rest on this, like sometimes a crossbar here or down. It doesn't matter because you're not using it, you just want it out of the way. Your emphasis is on the leg that's on top, right? So let's pretend this is my foot rack. My shoulder is resting against the back pad now, and this stuff's all at an angle. So the track is going to come down, I'm going to push up and out, and obviously you're going to eat that knee nice and low and push out at an angle, driving it back up to the top, and we're getting hamstring into that booty. Nice and deep. Love it. Really awesome movement. Be careful on this one. The kneecap, patella starts barking at us sometimes. So your foot placement is critical here. So I want you just to watch as you come down and make sure this knee, as you can see a little bit from the angle there, we don't want it being way out here past the tip of the toe. A little bit might be okay, but if you start feeling pressure, obviously then we got to move that foot forward that way on the plate, so as we come down it's more ergonomic, safe. So just feel it out. You'll know what to get away with. You'll know where you're supposed to feel it, and then you'll make the adjustment accordingly. Either way, I want to go really heavy there. And we're on 12 on each side, so by rep count 8, should be pretty fucking grueling, ass on fire, really hard to push back up. Just be mindful, don't let that upper body get tight. All right, 12 on each side there. To complement that, you can do a lateral leg lift. So I've got a heavy plate, like this big guy here. Leave it against the leg. Shoulders stacked over hips. You can put your hand on something if you want a little balance or support. Lift that leg up as high as it goes and come down nice and slow. It's not a swing, it's a controlled lift. Here's what I didn't show you. This knee is bent. So that way as we lift up, the knee actually goes out in front of the body, and here again we're working some of that outer glute, the same thing as that angled single leg press. Here as well, 12 on each side. You'll probably be able to get away with using a 35, maybe a 45, depends on how strong your ass is. So those 2 items, just those 2 items you're doing 4 rounds of. Done with them, moving on. The inner thigh plate shuffle. Again, you want a big cat like this one. No, you want something real. So iso squat goblet. Goblet means I got a heavy dumbbell hanging out here in the chin. Iso squat means we stay in the squat. I'm going to push that plate over the inside of this shoe, and over the inside of this shoe, and over the inside. It's like a Macarena, baby. I don't know. Shuffle back and forth, stay nice and low. Make sure we don't start doing this side posture. Sometimes we get tired and we start doing this shit. Keep the shoulders lifted. Little angle on the back is okay, but we don't want to get too low. That one you're going to do 20 on each side. So 20 shuffle left, 20 shuffle right. That's right. A total of 40. Okay? 40 total. Inner thigh should be on fire. Quad should be on fire. A little bit outer glute too. And then the goblet, angle, shackle, lateral lunge. And here again, struggling to kind of show you how it's going to work. But let's pretend that I have a pulley system right here. Okay? So at the bottom, you can adjust the pulley system high, medium, low, whatever. Get it to the bottom. Clip on an ankle shackle. They should have something for you to use like this, right? So that's why I say shackle is always just that, right? So let's pretend I've got myself shackled to this machine here. I've got a dumbbell. I'm going to step out, up, out, up. So that way as I'm pulling this leg in that's shackled at the machine there, I'm getting inner thigh as I press back up. Yeah, good shit, right? On that one, let's go pretty damn heavy with the dumbbell, and your resistance on that machine, right, the adjustable weights, is also critical here as well. So you've got to play with those numbers to make sure you feel it where you're supposed to, make sure it's challenging because you're only going 12 on each side. Yeah, make the most of it. 4 rounds of that fun shit. Then a single leg hack squat. So we know a hack squat has the rack on the shoulders, and you're coming in a downward slant as you go down into your squat. What I want you to do is just pick this other knee up and leave it up. So as we go down into our hack squat, one leg's doing all the work. I don't want you to go heavy here. It's a hard enough movement. I want you to focus on getting range and getting depth. Here again, think about your foot placement on that platform. If we're too high, then we're not getting as low as we need to, or if we're too low, the knee's past the toe. So find what gives you range of motion and doesn't hurt your fucking knee. I want you to get deep into it. Maybe pause a little bit at the bottom, 2-second hold, and then come back up. It's not about weight, it's about just strengthening that fucking quad, and at the bottom getting some glute and hamstring engagement as well. We'll do 12 on each side there. Barbell hip bridge, we haven't done much of these, so I wanted to throw that in. So, 2 different ways I want you to do this. And by the way, the bar goes across your body, heavy weights on each side, right? You know what an Olympic lifting bar looks like, the same one you do chest press with. So your shoulders are on the bench, or a box, or a platform. I don't really care about the height of that so much, so just as a reference, your regular bench that you do bench press on would be as high as I would go, and then below that, I wouldn't go any lower than like, let's call it 5 inches, 8 inches, okay? So use whatever you want between there, but let's go pretty damn heavy. You're gonna have your legs together. Your quads are almost touching. Mind that thigh gap, Beyonce. Push the hips up super high, squeeze your ass, come down nice and slow. On the way down, don't let those knees buckle, keep them straight. We'll do 10 of those, and now our foot position changes to kind of like a sumo position. Heels are in, toes are out, and this way when we push up, now we're getting some more outer glute and a little bit of inner thigh as well. So 10 of each of those types, and then from there, we're going to go into, 4 rounds of that, 4 rounds of that. I lied, it was 12 of each. I changed my mind. So 12 of each of those two exercises, close leg and sumo hip bridges. So 4 rounds of that. We move on to the final stage here. We're done with big muscles, and I want to work on some calf shaping, which also actually helps out the quad. So usually there's a seated calf raise machine where you sit down and like kind of pull a thing that goes across your knees here, and it's got a little platform for your toesies to rest on, right? So I want you to do some half reps and some full reps. So the way we're going to break that down is really heavy weight. We're doing a half rep. So let's go halfway down, all the way up, halfway down, all the way up. We'll do 10 of those, and then we go full range all the way down, all the way up, 10 of those. Fire right here, right? We get done with that, let's get off our calves. Let's get them out of the picture entirely and work our core. So we're going to do an angled knee lift. So I'm going to come up at an angle this way, hit the other side up just as well, and then we go up to the middle. What I want you to do in the middle is different though. We're going to go one leg down, other leg down. So the angle, one leg, other leg, boom, is 1 rep. And on those you are doing a total of 15. So calves, core, 4 rounds, and you're done for the day.